Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. It's your boy King DJ Tricks, man. We got to talk about boxing. There's some big boxing matches up this week and some big ones coming up for next year. I got to figure out which one I got to go to. So I definitely wanted to go to, Jake Paul Tank, but that couldn't work. And then obviously now he's fighting Anthony Joshua. But one of my favorite boxers, man, Teofimo Lopez is going to be fighting Shakur Stevenson. And you said some things that I agree with on there.
Slow, right?
Mentally.
Oh my God, mentally, okay. I'm talking about I'm slow in the boxing ring, right?
Mentally.
I'm talking about the boxing ring, what you was talking about. I'm slow, right?
Mentally.
Okay.
Where Shakur and him were talking about why he didn't go and get all the belts at 135, and he said pretty much, he has friends or homies in that weight class that he didn't want to fight, and I disagree with that. You go and you get your belts and you prove that you're the best, whether you know the person or not. You both go out there and you prove who the best is. That's how it's supposed to be. And you clean up that weight class, but at the same time, Teofimo gotta handle his business, because then if Shakur beats him, then it's like, look, I already know I could beat everybody. I just didn't want to fight my homie, but I beat you and I got the ring. So, belts.
He wanted to win that fight really bad, so
He almost knocked you out.
no, he did not, girl. Is you crazy? But
You guys tune in early
Easy.
2026.
Easy.
It's going down. Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo had lost to Cambosos, and I was a little bit disappointed about that because he did his thing against, I almost said Yushchek, but Lemonchenko. Lemonchenko was in a lot of people's pound for pound list, not mine. Those old bums that talk about boxing. He was not in my pound for pound list.
But if between the two of them, I think Shakur's a serious defensive fighter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that
Well, the
he
thing
got
about it
something
is,
to stop
you know
that.
what-
And he did easy work with that and lost to Cambosos, which wasn't too good. And then Devin Haney handled him twice. And they were complaining that he's naturally bigger than the weight class that he was in, which he is. Most of those guys are naturally a lot bigger than 147, the class that they fight in, including Shakur Stevenson. He's not a 130, 135 guy. I don't know how a man could be growing in their 20s, 30s, and fight at 147 or less. That's insane. I think you should only be able to do that in your teens, maybe to about 22 years old. And after that, you got to move up in weight class and really fight in the class that you're comfortable in. You know what I mean? So
On your list next, so you could keep going on that list.
I would love to fight Devin. Now, only thing is, because a lot of people kind of compared me saying that I fight Conor Ben with Devin Haney, and I understand it. But the thing that I said, even with Conor Ben, I would want the same weight clause as he put on Eubank.
Yeah.
And that's what I want come fight night with Conor Ben. Now, when I go to 47 with Devin, is he's gonna allow the same weight clause? Like it becomes a business.
Right.
Like how are we gonna do this fight? And if he do shit, let's lock in, gang.
you better not throw the towel in.
Come on, man. You out of your mind.
Okay.
My son fought without no air. My son fought without no air against Cambosos.
Cambosos just eating these right hands. With his opponent. Oh, what a right hand from George Cambosos, and the takeover went down.
I don't know who I'm taking in that fight between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo, because you never know what kind of Teofimo you're going to get. And in my opinion, I think Teofimo also, when he fights competition like this, he turns it up a little bit, right? And we haven't seen Shakur Stevenson really fight somebody that I feel like I can say like this guy that he beat up was actually upper echelon talent when it comes to boxing. He's fought some good boxers, but no one who's like, this one's going to be the fight. And the Teofimo fight should be pretty good. So that's going to be something that he can say, oh, y'all said I didn't fight nobody, I fought somebody now. The only thing I don't like about Shakur, it's not the fact that he was out there rolling dice with bums and almost got his head blown off as well. I'm not going to say IQ issues. He says stuff sometimes and it's like, bro, did you really just say that? He said something, and I'm going to quote it, paraphrase it, where Devin Haney's inspiring him to get the big fights done. And it's like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to wait until you're later. Now, Floyd got some fights later on in his career, but we understand the politics of that when it came to Floyd. When it comes to the zone now and all the Arabian people that are there, they can make those fights happen. They got the money. This is not Showtime. This is not HBO bullshit that HBO used to be back in the day. This is completely different. You know what I mean? So you're able to go out and get those fights. You can call somebody out and say, I want this fight done. And Your Majesty is going to come out there and say, how much money you want? And he's going to give you that bread. You feel me? So
I'm not ducking no smoke. You're not ducking no smoke. And that's why I hate that it's like up for question, or we got to keep like saying it, because it ain't even something to even like, that's the obvious. I'm not ducking nothing. You're not ducking nothing. And like we said, like I told you, when same thing, I text your phone and you text my phone and said, we are going to meet up behind closed doors with no cameras, no media, no nothing.
Sure.
We said we are going to meet up, and we're going to fight for everything. So what this shit, all this shit is, I don't really understand it, but yeah.
It is what it is when it comes to that. So hopefully that fight ends up being entertaining, because sometimes Shakur Stevenson would just turn into a shell and not really go too much on the offensive. Floyd was defensive, but he was also very offensive as well too. They punched a lot. So I want to see a lot of punching going on in there, and I want to see a good fight. I don't care who really wins that one realistically. It's great for boxing, and I want to see a great show. I'm a fan of the sport more than I'm a fan of individual fighters. So obviously Floyd was one of my favorite fighters of all time. Keith Thurman, I met him in person. He was a cool dude. I like Sean Porter. There's a few guys out there that I'm like, if I ever met those guys, I'll let them know that you did your thing. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence. So I want Teofimo to have that too, even though he said some stuff in the past that we don't really agree with. I don't hold grudges, and I know people are going through things mentally, and hopefully he gets over that. You know what I'm saying? He's able to get a dub, or give us, if he loses, his best performance, because we don't want to hear nothing. People talking about he was hurt or he wasn't in the right mind and Shakur beat him. We don't want to hear that. If Shakur beat you 100%, he beat you 100%. That's it. That's all. So that's it. First Toke. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. Are you guys going to the fight? Should I go to the fight? Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me everywhere at King DJ Tricks. I'm out, man.
The replacement, and then they thought about me. I'm like, me? How? And I'm like, yeah, me to fight Jakepaul. I'm like, I was very confused. Like, how come you guys go from Jakepaul to from Gervonta Davis to me? And it was quite confusing. I didn't even believe that.
Anthony Joshua can dispatch.